Good morning, students. Today we are going to do part second of our first chapter. Three distinct components of economic activity. Economic activity के और कौन से तीन components हैं? First is consumption, second is production, and third is distribution. So first we'll go with the consumption. I've already make you understand that what is consumption. Consumption is a thing that you consume to satisfy your desires. Here we as student of economics study behavior of human beings as a consumer or buyer of different goods and services for the satisfaction of their wants. So now what we'll learn the consumer behavior, human behavior as a consumer or a buyer to satisfy our desires and wants, while their wants are unlimited. So here it is telling that our means are always in scarce. How do we allocate their given means or income to purchase of different goods and services given their market prices so that their satisfaction is maximized? This is the study of consumption or the study of consumer behavior, where we formulate a set of standard relationships like the investment relationship between price of good and its purchase, examining how customers tend to behave. We call it consumption theory. सो जो हमारे मीन्स हैं वो हमेशा शॉर्ट ही रहने वाले हैं. हमारे मीन्स कभी भी हमारी डिज़ायर्स एंड विशेस को फुलफ़िल नहीं करने वाले हैं. इट इज़ अप टू अस हाउ टू एलोकेट देम, हाउ टू यूज़ देम टू हैव द मैक्सिमम सेटिस्फेक्शन. Now second is production. Producer also have limited means while they have a wide range of goods and services to choose from their firm and factories. So producers के पास भी limited means होते हैं but उनके पास range बहुत ज़्यादा होती है, उनके पास choices बहुत ज़्यादा होती हैं अपनी firm या factory में से select करने की. Given prices of different input, how do they choose such combines with at least expensive so that they are able to minimize their cost of production? अभी उन्होंने चीज़ें कैसे सिलेक्ट करनी है जहाँ से उनकी कम से कम प्रोडक्शन पे प्राइस हो, कम से कम प्रोडक्शन पे खर्चा आए. सो अब प्रोड्यूसर्स ने किस तरह की चीज़ें सिलेक्ट करनी है जिस पर हमारे एक्सपेंस कम से कम हो. Also given prices of different goods, how do they choose to produce those, the production of which offers them maximum revenue so that their profit is maximized. एंड इस तरह से उन्होंने अपने प्रोडक्शन की सिलेक्शन करनी है कि उनका खर्चा तो कम से कम आए बट उनका जो रेवेन्यू जनरेशन है, जो उनका प्रॉफिट हो, वो मैक्सिमाइज हो. दिस इज़ द स्टडी ऑफ प्रोडक्शन और स्टडी ऑफ प्रोड्यूसर्स बिहेवियर. When we formulate a set of standard relationships explaining the behavior of producers or their production decision is called as production theory. Now third is distribution. As students of economics, we are also interested in knowing how income is distributed among those who have worked as agents of production. So now we learn what is distribution एंड हर एक पर्सन, हर एक एजेंट में किस तरह से इनकम डिवाइड की जाती है, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट की जाती है उन एजेंट्स में जो कि प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस में हेल्पफुल थे या पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे थे. दीज आर ओनर्स ऑफ फैक्ट्री ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. तो ये कौन है? फर्स्ट है ओनर्स फैक्ट्री के, एंड लैंड, लेबर, कैपिटल एंड एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. अ पार्ट ऑफ इनकम जनरेटेड विल गो टू ओनर ऑफ लैंड. तो एक इनकम का पार्ट किसके पास जाएगा? लैंड ओनर के पास में, इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ रेंट. अ पार्ट विल गो टू लेबरर्स. तो एक तो चला गया हमारा लैंड का पार्ट एज अ रेंट, सेकंड गया जो लेबर, जो वर्कर्स हमारे काम कर रहे थे एज अ वेज. अ पार्ट विल गो टू ओनर ऑफ कैपिटल इन फॉर्म ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. ओनर के पास क्या चला गया? इंटरेस्ट चला गया. एंड अ पार्ट विल गो टू एंटरप्रेन्योर्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ प्रॉफिट. और फोर्थ पार्ट किसके पास जाएगा? एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के पास में एज अ प्रॉफिट. डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ इनकम रेफर्स टू द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ GDP. GDP is gross domestic product among the owners of the factory of product, that is land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship. What are the economic principles on the basis of which income is distributed among owners of the factory of production? Such a study is called as distribution theory in economics. So हमारा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन पार्ट किन किन पार्ट्स में होता है? फर्स्ट इज लैंड एज अ फॉर्म ऑफ रेंट, Second is in the form of laborers as a form of a wage. Third is production, that is interest. And fourth is entrepreneurs, that is profit. Besides these three major components of economics, the economists also address such questions which are of social significance, like the question of poverty and unemployment, the question of growth with social justice, and the question of environment degradation as linked to various economic activities. Issues of social significance or collective significance are categorized as issues of macroeconomics. These are distinct from the issues of microeconomics, which revolve around the problems of choice confronted by microeconomics like a household, a firm, or an industry. So here we learn two things, microeconomics and macroeconomics. So macroeconomics is a thing which is on the larger scale like unemployment, interest rates, GDP, ये सब किस में आते हैं, macroeconomics में. Microeconomics smaller scale पे होती है and it usually studies the behavior of individual, a firm making decisions regarding the allocation of scarce resources or interacting among these individual and firms. So social significance or collective significance are the macro issues, and microeconomics are the one which is related with the household or firm or an industrial problem. Microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics deals with the economic issues or economic problem related to microeconomics units like household or a firm or an industries. These issues and problems are studied and addressed largely with a view of maximizing individual welfare. Macroeconomics deals with the economic issues or economic problem at the level of economy as a whole. These issues or problems are studied and addressed keeping in the mind the goal of social welfare or collective welfare. Now our another topic is statistics. What is statistics? Any data is called statistics. Like आपकी क्लास में रोज attendance होती है. That what is that attendance register is? That is a data. That data is called statistics. Even to one layman, this should not be difficult question. If asked to define statistics, we can explain a layman to say statistics is something like a score of quantitative information. So quantitative information means a thing which is in quantity. कुछ भी quantity में हो, कोई भी data quantity में हो, that is called statistics. ये दो तरह से होता है, quantitative and quantification of facts and findings, but normally किस में होता है, quantitative information में होता है. There must be a system, method or technique to collect quantitative information. Also statistical information may be a raw information. It needs to be clarified, tabular, or it needs to be systematically presented. And it is important to present any data in a systematic form. One must learn the system of presentation and classification of data. Also, there must be a set of methods and techniques to consider the data. Also, there must be a set of methods and techniques to condense the data. There may be we find average or percentage. तो हम ये डेटा को किस तरह से कैलकुलेट करते हैं, छोटा सा एग्जाम्पल है, एवरेज निकालते हैं या परसेंटेज निकालते हैं. तो हमने वो क्या किया, डेटा को कैलकुलेट कर लिया. And above all, there must be a set of methods or techniques on analyzing the interpretation of quantitative information. A study of economics has to study all these methods and techniques to understand and master the subject of statistics. Thus, unlike a layman, a student of economics cannot relax taking statistics just as a pool of quantitative information. Instead, he is also to look into the method or techniques relating to its collection, classification, presentation, analysis, as well as interpretation. In the view of such of vastness of subject matter, statistics is defined both in singular or plural sense. सो स्टैटिस्टिक्स को हम अकेले क्वांटिटेटिव इन्फॉर्मेशन पे नहीं छोड़ सकते हैं. हमें उसकी हर एक टेक्निक, हर एक मेथड को देखना पड़ेगा, जैसे कि उसकी कलेक्शन मेथड, क्लासिफिकेशन, प्रेजेंटेशन, एनालिसिस एंड इंटरप्रिटेशन. स्टैटिस्टिक्स इज ऑफ टू टाइप्स. फर्स्ट इज सिंगुलर एंड सेकेंड इज प्लूरल. So for today, that's all, students. That's all for today, students. I hope you have understood the whole concept. If you have any sort of problem, please do call or message me. Thank you so much.